Hello everyone, welcome to Urbanscape Bangalore, and today we will be learning about how to propagate geranium IVs with the help of stem cuttings. So this is otherwise called pelargonium, but then due to popular culture and for ease of language we call it geranium. So these are the three colors that I have. So you have different colors of geranium IVs. So these were the only colors that were available. I also had a blood red geranium which withered away. So those days I was just a novice and I didn't know how to save those plants. So I just lost that blood red geranium. And there is another red color that I have, of which I have a cutting, but then the flowers haven't bloomed, so I haven't taken it. So this is something I bought recently. So these are the three different colors that I can show you right now. But geranium ivies come in like various different colors. So these are not hardy. These are a little twiny and vine-like, so they can be placed on window boxes. They can be also put in the hanging baskets. So these are good, hanging and trailing plants, and it offers a lot of color, especially in the winter months. And you must be careful not to overwater it. Too much of love is also not good. So it only requires adequate amount of water, does not require a lot of water. And you can also place it in part shade or full sun, and it will give you the best results. And so now I've taken a scissor and I've cleaned it with isopropyl alcohol, which is very essential to do. So I'll be taking the cuttings and showing it to you from where and how to take cuttings, and how to place it in the pot and stuff like that. So these cuttings primarily are being taken for my hanging pot that I will be showing you in later episodes. So once these get established, that is when I can show you my show you uh, my hanging pot designs. So let's start clipping these cuttings. So I have a huge stem cutting here. So you can see that half of it is brown and some of it is green. So it is always advisable to cut the green part, because this has more life than the brown part. But then what I've noticed is I just leave it in the plant like this, and after say October or something like that, October or August or in August or October, I can see small leaves coming out of it. So don't really underestimate this plant. It is really weird. It does not act as an annual, though they say it is an annual, but then it springs up a surprise by giving out new shoots. So I don't know, it's a little weird, but then it is always better to save it, and it is very easy to propagate. So you can take cuttings and keep it, and I will show you how I'll show you the evolution of this as well. So once it roots, I will show you how everything comes about. So just take a cutting. So I'm cutting it over here on the node. So this is the node where the leaves come out. So just cut it and keep this as well, as in it. You see these green shoots, you can just put it in the soil. So this is the best bet that you can have in propagation. So I've taken this piece. So what you can do is you can take this and you can cut here where the leaf was there. You can cut here. You can cut on the node or just below the node. Yeah. So you see this tip. Just give it a little bit of a scratch, just so that the roots form quickly. A little bit of a scratch. Now if you want, you can take off some leaves, so it can survive with two leaves or even one leaf if need be. So you can also take off, this is a growing part of the plant, so you can take off this as well, so that all the energy is spent on forming the roots and not on forming the flowers and leaves. So we first need to concentrate on formation of fruits. So the lesser the leaves, the better. But 3 leaves is okay. So now place it in the pot which I've already prepared. So it is a clayey soil that I have. So I'm placing it at the edge of the pot so that it does not lose a lot of moisture. So that is it. So these leaves can be put in the compost. These will not grow, as in if you put it inside the soil will not grow. So this is one cutting. So I don't want to waste this, like if shoots come out of this then well and good. So I'm just going to put this as well, or I'm going to place the part where I've given it a cut. And just take a smaller shoot. Yeah. And it prefers it is well equipped to grow in clay soil. So you can amend the soil with a little bit of sand as well if you want to. So now take another cutting. See, now there are shoots like this, so this will also grow into a plant. So do not waste this. Take it off. Again the same procedure, as in the direction is not really important, as in if the leaves are pointing downwards, you can still place it downwards, it doesn't matter. So take these leaves down. So I've just kept one leaf. Then again this will also become a plant. So take off the leaves that you feel would touch the soil, because we do not want the leaves to rot. So salvage as much as you can, because they're not very cheap in the nurseries, but that is because people don't know how to propagate it. It's very simple. So take the, so I can cut over here and make this as a cutting with one leaf. The leaf will point outside the pot, and I will put it here. Then again, so guys, as you can see, I have taken all the cuttings. I've also salvaged these stems. I would like to experiment with these and see if these also form shoots. So I've just placed it in all the corners of these two pots, and you need to give it a good drench. So the first at first you can give a very good soak until the water flows out of the drainage holes, and later on, looking at how moist or how dry the soil is, you can water the planter accordingly. So keep it in shade, as in do not keep it in keep it under full sun. Uh, so let it have a little bit of warmth, but not a really hot sun. And that is it. As in, it is simple. In like 2-3 weeks, I think you can start pulling these plants like this. And if there is some resistance that is offered, like by the plant, then that means the roots have formed. So I will show you the progress of this, and I will be using the these same plants for my hanging pot. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching. Please subscribe Urbanscape Bangalore.